especially in Jakarta. It doesn't end there. There's also the Palang Pintu tradition, which is closely related to the Betawi Silat performance. Palang Pintu mixes Silat movements with the Patun art verse. To this day, Patun Betawi is still often heard. In fact, Pantun is used frequently as part of the content of television entertainment programs.
Ngari-ngari makan soto, burung kutilang bersemayam. Lu kata lu perawan boto, muka lu kayak setrika ayam.
Nah, jadi ditambah lagi suaranya sama mimik mukanya.
Bang, ambil buah cari yang matang, bikin sate, cari tusuk. Ayo mau rombongan pada datang, boleh dong kita masuk. Bang, beli buah jangan yang busuk. Habis angka 0 tentu angka 1. Kalau abang sama rombongan pada pengen masuk, buatin dulu saya punya palang pintu.
Bang, kopi bang mau dibangke, dikasih minyak dia terus. Lu jangan kedip jangan main. Nih lu lihat gue punya jurus.
Many people are unaware that the Pantun is tied directly to Betawi culture. Palang Pintu is an essential aspect of the traditional Betawi wedding ritual.
Pasar Jumat, mampir dulu ke Keramat Jati. Kita datang sama rombongan dengan segala hormat, mohon diterima dengan senang hati.
Kampung Keramat ngebeli kurma tape matang di bawah lari. Hormat abang serombongan kita terima, tapi lantaran apa abang datang kemari?
Bang, lantaran kelapa puan, petikin buah kenari.
Terus?
Kalau bukan lantaran perawan buat apa bang? Nih bang Jack datang kemari.
Competing rhythms in the Palang Pintu performance are interpreted to open the way to marriage and conformity to local community customary norms. With this practice, the husband is considered to be able to make his wife and children happy in the future, despite the various challenges of life.
Besok minggu kita kan main palang pintu nih. Jangan sampai ada kesalahan, makanya dari itu kita latihan dari sekarang nih. Nah, bagian yang penyambutan sama bagian yang pihak lelaki tuh dari sekarang harus sudah latihan nih. Jadi masing-masing udah dapat pantun, hafalkan. Jangan sampai tidak hafal, ya. Nah, contoh kayak dari MC nih, dari MC yang pihak lelaki, ya kan? Nino. Nah, dari awalnya itu pantunnya gimana tuh? Dari awalnya.
Bang, ambil buah, cari yang matang, bikin sate, caranya tusuk. Ayam rombongan pada datang, boleh dong kita masuk.
Nah, cuman agak dilantangin suaranya, jangan terlalu lembut gitu, ya.
Palang in Betawi signifies a barrier that prevents people or objects from entering or passing. That is, the Palang Pintu tradition calls for the husband to open the door to the bride's family's blessing.
Coba, hafal nggak?
Bang, jangan kita buat batu.
Jangan gitu, harus lantang, keras, jawara itu harus berani gitu. Suaranya keluarin aja, nggak usah malu-malu gitu ya. Dulang coba.
Bang, jangan kita buat batu. Gua mah nggak mungkin nih. Lagi jangan satu-satu, semua kau berani.
Nah, begini. Ya, jadi harus berani, lantang dan nggak ada kesalahan minggu besok ya.
The bride's door or house is then guarded by a fighter as a barrier.
3 up, 4 up, 5 up, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The bride's fighter must be defeated by the groom or his representation. In the Palang Pintu procession, there will be a Silat martial art match and a Pantun match. These matches have the respective symbols for the continuance of the family that the couple will create. First, the Silat martial arts battle is intended to ensure that the groom, who serves as the head of the family in Betawi tradition, has the ability to guard and protect his family from harm.
Bang, burung nuri terbang kawan. Terbangnya tinggi, susah ditangkap. Abang rame-rame kemari lantaran perawan. Di kampungan abang nggak ada yang cakep. Bang, burung nuri jangan ditangkap. Kalau ditangkap nanti bisa mati. Di kampungan Bang Dek bukan nggak ada yang cakep, lantaran perawan yang di dalam udah jangkut di hati.
Second, Pantun abilities imply that a man must be able to entertain their family so that they are cheerful and happy.
nasi belum matang namanya Aron. Jangan dimakan ntar perut kita sakit.
Terus
Lihat calon pengantin kayak bintang sinetron. Abang Adam Jordan beda-beda dikit.
Bagus, kelas. Sebetulnya palang pintu itu dulu nggak ada. Yang ada rebut dandang. Palang pintu itu bagian dari rebut dandang. Jadi palang pintu itu ada di dalam rebut dandang. Karena prosesnya agak lama kalau rebut dandang, yang diambil cuma palang pintunya saja. Gitu. Dulu rebut dandang nggak ada palang pintu. Tapi sekarang kebanyakan makanya palang pintu karena prosesnya lebih cepat. Dan filosofi dari palang pintu itu sebetulnya ketika jago ketemu jago, berarti sama-sama mempunyai bela diri. Nah, bela diri ini mau nggak mau yang namanya pengantin perempuan harus mengalah. Sebab pengantin laki harus masuk. Tapi bukan berarti di situ mencerminkan kepuasan dalam bertarung, bukan. Cuma melestarikan tradisi supaya tidak punah aja. Palang pintu sekarang sebetulnya memang udah satu tim. Jadi kalau dulu palang pintu perempuan, pihak perempuan menyiapkan jawaranya, pihak laki menyiapkan jawaranya. Tapi sekarang satu paket bahasanya. Memang suatu sanggar atau perguruan yang disewa untuk itu. Jadi kalau untuk pihak perempuan menyiapkan jawaranya, pihak laki menyiapkan jawaranya, nggak ketemu runtunannya. Kalau berbeda jurus atau berbeda perguruan nggak ketemu, Bang. Makanya memang udah dikonsep sedemikian rupa supaya ketemu dan supaya rapi saja gitu.
Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Mau apa lu Bang rame-rame pada datang kemari? Bang, ambil buah cari yang mateng, bikin sate, cari tusuk. Ayo mau rombongan pada datang, boleh dong kita masuk. Bentar dulu Bang, enak aja lu pada pengen masuk-masuk. Bang, beli buah jangan yang busuk. Habis angka 0 tentu angka 1. Kalau abang sama rombongan pada pengen masuk, buatin dulu saya punya palang pintu. Oh jadi ada palang pintu nih Bang? Ada Bang. Bang, goreng kerupuk merahnya, makan di tengah sawah. Kalau begitu persyaratannya, saya udah bawain jawarannya. Mana jawara lu Bang? Nih Bang.
Bang, kalau beli bangku di bangke, dikasih minyak dia ya terus. Lu jangan kedip, jangan main. Nih lu lihat gue punya jurus.
Segitu doang lu punya jurus. Nih lu lihat jawara gua punya jurus.
Bang, segitu aja.
Bang, tadi kan jurus sama jurus sudah. Sekarang kita adu jawaranya. Boleh kita adu Bang? Jawara, maju, sikat. Oh ini, ayo nih, kadang. Lah, jadi. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
In the old days, many men used to fail to propose to the lady they loved because they couldn't beat the champion on the woman's side. As a result, when a man falls in love with a lady and wishes to ask for her hand in marriage, he must carefully prepare by learning the contents of the palang pintu.
Bang, jawara udah kalah. Gue boleh masuk enggak? Bentar dulu Bang, saya punya pantun satu lagi. Bang, suara beredit tentang suaranya. Kembang mawar, kembang melati. Karena abang sudah penuhi persyaratannya, silakan masuk. Kami sambut dengan senang hati. Oh, jadi kita rombongan udah boleh masuk nih Bang? Yaudah Bang.
Assalamualaikum.
Jagakarsa village is closely tied to the many Betawi fighters. In Jagakarsa, it is easy to meet people who still preserve Betawi culture, such as Beksi Mera Delima, Indonesia. Beksi Silat is a common Betawi Silat style. The martial art was created by residents of the Kapang Darat neighborhood of Kosambi subdistrict in Tangerang City. Beksi Silat was developed in the Darat village as a result of the role of Li Zhenghok in 1854, a Chinese descendant from a farming family whose ancestors are supposed to have arrived from China. He mixed his family's martial arts knowledge with knowledge from his Betawi masters and taught it to his students, the Betawi people on the coast, and the Chinese Futs near Kampong Dadat. As a result, Beksi Silat began to flourish and spread in the village. Beksi comes from the word bek and si. Bek means defense, and si means the four directions or the cardinal wind directions. Beksi has special features in its movement.
Beksi itu ciri khas pukulannya seperti ini, terbalik, celentang seperti ini. Kalau bela diri lain, mungkin ada yang pukulan seperti ini, ada yang pukulan lurus, tonjok seperti ini, ada seperti ini. Tapi kalau beksi, ini ciri khasnya utama. Kalau pukulan terbalik itu adalah beksi, dan banyak kan sikut.
For the real Beksi Silat fighters, fighting skills are not for showing off. Beksi and religion are like a machete and its sheath. The machete must always be holstered and stored. Likewise, Beksi Silat must be stored carefully and used only when needed. The scabbard is religion. With religion, all lust, arrogance, greed, and other destructive tendencies can be controlled. To be successful in Beksi Silat means one must master the various movements in the said martial art. It takes determination and high consistency in pursuing every stage of the martial arts. Since the old period, Silat has been used to protect oneself from harm. One of them is Beksi Silat. Regardless of age, many people are practicing Beksi Silat to protect themselves. Even though the combatants must master a large number of moves, this does not weaken their resolve. Beksi Silat contains 12 movements. Each stance is distinct in its own way.
Kalau beksi itu ada 12 jurus inti ya. Dari beksi aliran Raja 10 itu ada 12 jurus. Yang pertama adalah beksi dasar, gedik, tancap, cauk, lok B. Ada beksi 1, ada broneng, ada tingkes, kebut, bandut, petir, silam. Ada 12 jurus. Itu aliran Raja 10. Nah, dan ditambah lagi dengan jurus engkong Raja 10, yaitu bolang-baling, segitiga, tunjang, janda berias, jalur rendah. Nah itu. Ditambah jurus Bapak Sebelum Masir, anak engkong Raja 10, yaitu jas putih kancing 3 dan serangan balik. Ditambah lagi satu dari BMDI, yaitu tajur halang pancer namanya.
The 12 movements in Silat Beksi martial arts must be mastered by the fighters. The first move is Beksi Basic. This basic move is used to deflect an opponent's strike by performing a katak kok, then attack by hitting left and right and immediately grabbing the opponent's neck, followed by elbows to the face. The basic moves are the most significant aspect of Beksi Silat. Many fighters believe that the basic moves are the most difficult and that it takes around 5 months to master until they become perfect in strong movements. After the Beksi Basic, there is the Gadig move, a movement technique of catching a hit by pulling the opponent's head down at the same time with the leg strike to the face or chest of the opponent. Next is the Tonsep move. Tonsep is catching a hit accompanied by a hand movement that reaches into the opponent's hand with an elbow, then attacks with a hand punch. The movement of fending off the opponent's attack by folding both arms, taking the opponent's attack from below or from the waist up, as well as leg attacks. In addition, there's lokbe, a movement to dismantle or unlock using the right hand or left hand with the help of the body that is close to the hand, accompanied by pressuring the opponent's hand. Next is Beksi 1, which is a movement to fend off the opponent's attack by taking the neck and then attacking with a hand punch. Then there is the Brondeg move, which is to stem the attack or break the lock by elbowing from the direction of the opponent's arrival. Usually, this movement technique is used when there is a hand gripping by the opponent from behind. Then, there's the Tenges move, which is to ward off attacks with the left and right hands, and then proceed with attacks to the face. Next is the Kabut move, which is fending off attacks by attacking the opponent with the hands, turning 180 degrees toward the opponent's neck with an L shape, or twisting leg movements. Next is the Bandut move. Bandut move is a technique to catch the opponent's blow with one hand, then swing the other hand from below to hit the opponent in the vital organ. The next move is Patir. Patir is repelling an attack with a twisting hand attack, or slashing the opponent's hand that is already being held downwards and struck with an elbow. Finally, there is the Salem move, which is used to stem the opponent's attack from below by turning the hand towards the opponent's head by breaking the neck, or also known as an attack from below. The basic movement is the foundation for all moves in the Peksi Silat. If a person has thoroughly mastered the basic skills, they will be able to proceed through the larger stages of martial art with ease. There are stages in the Beksi Silat that Silat fighters must pass through. These stages include Prawira stage. The Prawira stage is also known as the basic stage for ordinary members and is the first stage in becoming a Beksi fighter. During the Prawira stage, the Beksi fighter will learn 6 moves: basic Beksi, Kende, Tensep, Kok, Lokbeth, and the Beksi move 1. Wuramadya. Wuramadya is the core move of the Beksi. At this stage, the fighter will combine 6 mastered moves with 3 other moves. Along them are Broneg, Tinkes, Kebot, Bandut, Petir, and Salem moves. After mastering these 12 moves, Silat fighters will be tested and may become Silat trainers. And the last one is the Wuratama stage. The Wuratama stage, also known as the Teacher Council move, is the final move in which Silat fighters who have mastered 12 moves will be supplemented with moves from Beksi Silat master Haji Hasbullah. The Prawira stage is also called the basic stage for ordinary members, whereas the Wuramadya contains the core movements of the Beksi Silat. Wuratama is mastered by the Teacher Council. In general, the Silat fighters may learn all stages or all moves in roughly 3 years. However, it is feasible to perfect it in a year, but only with considerably more intense training, and even then, the fighter must remain in the Silat center. In addition to the moves that have been passed down, Mwali Yaya, the Beksi Silat teacher, has gained moves through dreams.
Mungkin karena saking semangatnya untuk berlatih, ya dia sudah kangen sama guru, nggak berlatih bareng lagi ya kan. Nah, saking rindunya, sayangnya, saya berlatih terus, mungkin saking lelahnya, itu seolah-olah saya diajarin sama guru. Janji jurus, nah alhamdulillah itu jadilah pagi-pagi sekali saya panggil murid saya untuk melihat gerakan saya yang saya mimpi itu. Gitu. Alhamdulillah jadilah jurus tajur halang, karena dapetnya di tajur halang, jurus tajur halang pancer gitu.
In Beksi Silat, apart from relying on elbow strength with bare hands, Silat movements can also include carrying weapons to protect themselves from threatening dangers. Sharp weapons are used in Beksi Silat, one of which is a knife. The use of a knife is symbolic of a mandate for a fighter to become a leader. When someone decides to learn Beksi Silat, several traditions or requirements must be followed. The purpose is to make learning each stage of Beksi Silat easier. This is known as Selamatan procession. Flowers, pisang mas bananas, and rujak salad are examples of things that must be prepared. Each item has its meaning or philosophy concerning Silat learning.
Nah, kalau kembang itu adalah untuk kewangian, senengan. Nah, kalau rujak itu kan ada rasa pedas, hangat itu. Nah, biar timbulnya ada rasa semangat. Nah, pisang mas itu adalah hal-hal yang sifatnya yang tidak baik dalam tubuh kita. Itu akan kalis akan pergi diganti dengan aura yang baik. Nah, insya Allah selepas itu emang suatu tradisi dari turun-temurun, budaya turun-temurun.
As part of the blessing procession for the beginners to learn Silat, there will be a Selamatan ritual, which begins with eating rujak, then joining hands to pray, and taking an oath to learn Beksi Silat to God Almighty.
Saya belajar Beksi. Karena Allah. Al-Fatihah.
After that, the body of the prospective fighter is covered with flower water. Then a massage is done by gently beating the body to facilitate blood circulation during exercise. The final process is eating pisang mas. Likewise, a fighter who has been able to pass the stages in the Beksi Silat will also carry out the blessing procession once again. It's just that in the process, it is added by gripping a pisang batu, a banana with stone-like seeds in the fruit, as a symbol of strength after learning Silat Beksi. Beksi Silat has its charm for the community. Many people from various backgrounds and with varying objectives choose to learn Beksi Silat. Many of them are in fact still so young and yet are adamant about learning the martial arts. Gara and Gita are clear examples of the Beksi students who are actively learning despite their very young age.
Nggak ada apa-apa, cuman aku kayak tertarik ingin silat, bela diri, bela keluarga, bela diri sendiri, bela juga masyarakat. Itu yang membuat aku bikin tertarik. Pertama di silat itu bukan dari segi bela dirinya aja. Di sini aku mendapatkan segi dari kekeluargaan gitu. Dari segi ilmu agama, ibadah, banyak yang berubah daripada sebelum masuk silat.
It is true that they have faced numerous challenges, even to the point of wanting to give up. However, their strong mentality drives them to continue serving with martial arts to this day.
Pertama kali aku masuk itu, aku langsung gabung sama orang-orang yang udah bisa gitu. Jadi yang namanya pemanasan itu kan pasti pukulan gitu. Aku dulu masih benar-benar belum tahu apa itu pukulan, apa arahnya kemana. Jadi benar-benar sempat merasa kayak kok susah banget gitu. Tapi lama-kelamaan setelah ikutin terus, lama-lama sampai sekarang bisa.
Indonesia, the country with an abundance of resources, spread far and wide. Indonesia is busy transforming. We move forward to grow and thrive. We balance the green economy, blue economy, and the digital economy. With the new job creation law, Indonesia is progressively ensuring the policy reform to create quality jobs through investment. Let's be part of Indonesia's growth and progress. Invest in Indonesia now.
The Beksi fighters' perseverance in practice has resulted in many accomplishments. All of this was accomplished with the utmost effort. Beksi Silat, in addition to its many accomplishments, can give significant change to a person's dark background. In Beksi Silat, some people used to have undesirable habits, such as getting drunk and not having a permanent job.
Diam, jam bagus deh.
Jangan bang. Bagus tuh bagus. Jangan bang.
However, the presence of Beksi Silat has significantly altered their lives. One of them is Wayudi. He had a troubled history, but owing to his perseverance in learning Beksi Silat, he is now able to alter his life for the better.
Mau.
Selamat kerja ya.
Terima kasih bang.
Assalamualaikum.
Be, Babe kayaknya jago juga nih. Babe kalau bisa jatuhin saya mau belajar sama Babe.
Prosesnya guru saya ngedidik saya memang agak sulit karena namanya jiwa muda naik turun. Kadang-kadang habis latihan silat saya diajarin ngaji, saya diajak ke majelis. Di situ baru saya mengenal bahwasanya yang saya lakukan kemarin-kemarin itu adalah hal yang tidak baik. Saya suka minum, saya suka berantem, saya suka malak-malakin orang lah. Cuman setelah ketemu sama guru saya, hal yang saya nggak tahu jadi tahu. Ternyata manusia yang baik itu adalah manusia bermanfaat untuk orang banyak, justru bukan untuk menjadi jago. Kebetulan saya dididik sampai saat ini sama guru saya itu untuk menjadi guru yang pantas dipanutkan, menjadi panutan orang banyak.
Despite his dark past, Wayudi is able to transform for the best.
Coba Van, pukul. Tenang. Nah, begitulah kira-kiranya. Oke, siap, lanjutin. Beksi selain menjadi bela diri saya, karena Beksi juga saya menjadi action director di beberapa film Indonesia.
Behind all of the Silat teachers and Silat fighters' efforts for success, there is a knowledge of kindness that is always instilled in the Beksi Silat school. It's not just about doing exercises, but humanizing humans is the main principle for their success. One way is by routinely support orphans. Believes that cultivating kindness will smooth all businesses, especially what he is now doing for Silat.
Benar-benar ngedidik kita pokoknya dari kita kecil sampai gede gini tuh kayak guru sekaligus orang tua bagi kita.
Kalau dibilang sosok Abi itu dia guru sekaligus benar-benar orang tua yang benar-benar bisa ngedidik Jara
bisa bikin Zahra berubah lah pada intinya dari segi segalanya.
So many positive changes happen to the students of Moaliyaya. The values of kindness that he instills as he protects his students to have a home to go to.
Terima kasih sudah menjadi orang tua saya, pengganti bapak saya. Karena kalau nggak ada beliau, saya juga nggak tahu mau jadi apa. Beliau yang sabar mengajarkan saya. Nggak pernah pamrih, nggak minta-minta uang. Sampai sekarang saya bisa beli mobil, beli rumah, ya berkat beliau. Saya juga nggak tahu bagaimana cara berterima kasih yang baik. Yang jelas saya bisa mengabdi sampai sekarang. Itu bagian dari ucapan terima kasih saya kepada beliau.
The Betawi culture teaches about the value of togetherness, mutual love, mutual care, and humanity. In addition, remembering that God will facilitate all affairs in the world. From Beksi Silat, we can learn about the importance of humanizing humans to love one another, take care of each other, and the importance of always prioritizing religious values. Remembering God as the Creator will undoubtedly make life easier in the world.